Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome. I so look forward to our meetings on Monday in this part of the world. And I was thinking over the last couple of days, I got a whole sense of the benefits of practicing loop of awareness, which I plan to write about and do a blog and share that in the newsletter next week. But in the meantime, I want to take the next few weeks to really focus on, we of course do the practice, but I want to focus on some of the benefits that that accumulate, that accrue as that appreciate as you're appreciating yourself with this kind of attention. And one of the ones that was occurring to me today that may not be very obvious is that you get to expand your multidimensionality, because right now we are, and we have been for many years now, living in a more of a two-dimensional world. And these guys are primarily the source of that, where our perception gets narrowed. And the other aspect of that is it's not just our perception, but it's the way our physiology works and our brain works. By interacting with your environment, you're actually changing your brain structures, and you're creating a multidimensionality of your perception, not just your eyeballs. And so the loop of awareness allows you to experience the textures of the world, and the textures and the dimensions and the different shapes of your inner world. And that was one of the things that I wanted to focus on with our basic loop of awareness, is just basically being able to shift your awareness. So one of the other benefits of practicing this is that you actually get to choose how you're using your attention. Most of us don't realize, I think, that we have less and less choice about because our attention gets grabbed, and it usually gets grabbed out there. So the balancing that occurs by simply shifting your attention is itself refreshing. But I was experiencing that, oh, I can experience the nuances of what's behind and what's underneath, and the contrasts of things, and how it feels to me, and how I experience it through my senses. And it's not just that I'm perceiving, it's that I'm continuing to create my own perception, to create my own expanded perception. And so I'd love for you to get curious about that as we're simply noticing. So the basic instruction is notice out here, and then notice in here. And then that shifting of noticing out here, and then noticing in here. And we can add all kinds of things to that. But what I want to suggest to you is that you generate curiosity. To me, that's the all-purpose sort of opener, lubricant, expander, is curiosity. And if you create your and use that, to notice inside. So noticing inside is not a visual experience. It can occur as a kind of like, I can see myself seeing inside, but it's my inner eye, not my visual eye. So I'd love for you to create a and as I'm doing that, I'm noticing that the practice of the now vibrates more and more of my body. So when you're I'd like you to notice what is vibrating in you, what's opening, what draws your attention. So like I can feel this like up under my collarbones, which is a kind of a new area for me to feel the And when I touch, I can feel a huge amount of there's a lot of vibration. So it lets me know that my tissues, my insides are open to the flow. So if they were tense and tight, I don't think I would feel the So you can check that out. You can touch different places and and notice if you can sense the vibration through your hands. I can definitely feel it through my ears, and my ears like extending down into my body. And now, I can feel the vibration all the way down into my chest now. So I used to be able to feel it just up here in my throat. And so I've been feeling the expansion of that vibration. And for me, I'm curious about how you notice that has a delicious kind of, it's like having a lullaby sung to me on the inside. That is so delicious. And what I experience is my body, like taking an out breath, feeling space, experiencing space. And then when I create a and let that go out into the world, that noticing the I'm more directed by my whole body viewing than just my eyes. So if you're humming and noticing outside, I experience that my vision is more, it's broader, it's softer, and I'm not tense and I'm not narrowing, I'm actually expanding. So I'd love for you to play with just simply and notice out there. And then and notice in here. And simply making that shift. You go ahead and do that. And I'd like you to see, as you're practicing loop of awareness, content can get dropped in the pool of your loop of awareness. So one of the ways we get captured, humans get captured, is in the content. And especially if the content has lots of adrenaline in it, in drama, it's very attractive because it's a substitute for the nourishment that we can get from presence. So if you've generated the loop of awareness and it's becoming for you more like breathing, so even as I'm talking to you, I'd like you to notice, oh, I got caught. Let yourself and then go the other direction. Whenever you notice, just and go the other direction. So if you caught yourself going in, great. Just and when you start getting that pulse going, it's like the pulse of your breathing. That can be going on while content gets dropped in. And the advantage of that is that you're listening for and tuning into the wholeness of the communication, not just the content. And loop of awareness allows you to catch more of what's actually going on, because your whole body receptor, because you've got brain all over your body, you've got brain cells everywhere, are receiving and translating and giving you a richer communication. So, even if the content is exciting, which I hope my content is very exciting, coming back to the baseline of shifting your attention gives you this engine of curiosity that can keep expanding. And for me, the main thing I experience is more and more of the richness of being alive. So I'm not just like, what's going on here and what can I do about it? So which is adrenaline based, but the beauty of the air, the sounds of, like, we have a new bird that showed up in the backyard who yesterday, who is a songbird and was giving this incredible melody, and the cats even went over to the door to go, oh, what's that? So the flow of life and creation, I and you get to be a direct part of that rather than separate. So I actually think loop of awareness is the practice of that, is a way that we can actually experience more and more of our connection with the world and our connection with each other. And that just the nuance of noticing with curiosity, for me, that's the baseline. And like in meditation, they say, there's a saying, back to one, that if you're doing like a counting meditation and you lose it, you simply go back to one. You don't go back to one, with beating yourself up. You just simply come back to one. And so the baseline that I invite you to let become part of your loop of awareness breathing is and notice. Now, if you're in a situation where you feel uncomfortable to actually in public, you can inside, creating that and I also like to use like a smile. If I'm feeling a smile, particularly in my throat, that's equivalent to me of generating curiosity with the But the is, it absolutely works. And the investment of your humming, you'll be able to feel. You'll be able to feel the return in your expansion, in your ability to presence yourself in the loop. So the noticing and the humming. So play with how loud you can make your and how soft you can make your as your and it also creates a different kind of a texture. So the sound, because basically, which you may know, is that we are basically vibration. So we're vibration encased with skin. So fortunately, and the skin is also a vibratory organ. So we are meant to vibrate. And when we really open to our vibration and other people's vibrations, we get to experience the orchestra that we all are. And that's going on all the time. We get seduced by content because we somehow make that better. And that, of course, comes from here. So the big thing that the does is move you from locating yourself here to locating yourself here. And of course, you're going to lose it because, stuff happens, things fall down, people fall down, things break, and you can return to, without any penalty, to curiosity. Curiosity is always there. And sometimes I just give myself a bath. I like to do this, especially when I'm in the bathtub or when I'm in the shower, because my I get even more resonance. Plus I have the flow of water. So experiment too with the vibrations that you experience as you're moving around in the world. Like when I'm in my pool, sometimes I into the water. And then I can feel that moving out all the way through the water. And I can if I'm doing dishes, I can let my hands I can let the come out through my hands. So I invite you this week to just this very simple practice of and notice out there, and notice in here. Because one of the things you'll discover is, what's my rhythm? What it's like when we talk about essence pace, what's my essence pace of my loop of awareness? Do I like to really out there? And then in here, much more like a lake lapping, or do I like a basketball? Ta-dun, 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 ta-dun. And can I switch up my rhythm and feel the refreshment of that? So I invite you to let yourself play with all of that this week. And when you lose it, or you get all, flustered, stuff happens, or you get overwhelmed, I find that if I shift my attention a few times, that getting curious and shifting, it breaks up the logjam. And then I'm open for what's the next thing that I want to give my attention to. So thank you for being on that journey with me. I didn't know how I was going to develop that. That's being in your presence fosters creativity. And I fosters my creativity, and I would love for it to foster your creativity. And then for you also to be a generator of curiosity in the world, just simply with your loop of awareness. It can be very fun. So I'm pulling up now our Presence Connect play, which some of you know about. I like to do this at the end of our play together to see what a possibility is of connecting a skill in presence and a skill in connect and play, and see how those can be support your presence during this next week. So I love this. So here, I kid you not, this is what came up on presence. Notice you and notice others in the room. Notice you and notice others in the room. Yes. Yes, for being in flow. So what we suggest here is notice breath and sensations. So those are very fundamental. Noticing your breath and noticing your sensations is a great place to start your noticing, because most people don't know what to notice. Not only don't know how to notice, because we're not really given a lot of permission to do that, but then what are you noticing? So breath and body sensations are a wonderful grounding place to find your presence. So connect is, oh, I love this one. It's like, oh, I get to see some of these things that I've created. And I go, oh, I really like that one. So connect is appreciate everyone as a work of art. And I like to add into that, appreciate everyone as an evolving work of art. So not only their work of art, but like your friends, your partners, your colleagues, if you experience them as an evolving work of art, then you're always noticing what's flowing, what's happening, what is opening. And rather than, particularly as an enemy, because when I'm in fear and when you're in fear, we experience others as others and not like me and not on my team. But the act of appreciating as a work of art really shifts the connection. And I invite you not to take my word about that. I invite you to explore that and see what happens when you shift from looking at people as competitors or people who are taking attention away from you, and really wondering what kind of evolving their work of art is up to right now. And then play is commit and act. So what I was actually asking you to do is to commit, that is to organize yourself and take yourself in the direction of this week, humming and noticing, humming and noticing. So committing is gathering yourself and taking yourself in a chosen direction. So when you commit and then you act on that commitment, you're building the inner architecture of committing and the power of committing. And all you need to do if you fall off your commitment is just simply recommit. No biggie. The culture would like you to treat it as a disaster, like, oh my God, everything is ruined. But it's really simply just recommit and then act. When you act, you get it into your nervous system. So if I'm committing, it's an inner process. But when I act, I'm actually making that real in my world by taking action. So those are some things that you can play with this week. And you can also come to Presence Connect Play anytime and click and get a new set of 3. The interaction between the 3, I think, creates a really, it creates a dynamic of aliveness that having just 1 or 2 doesn't do. There's this dynamic of play and of shifting attention, I think, that creates more aliveness and more flow. But you check it out and see how that is for you. So loved seeing you today, and I am going to take off now, and please continue to share with each other as much as you like, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Mwah.